Hey guys, in this video we're going into 50 frugal living tips to help you save money. I did a video like this like over 5 years ago in my 20s. Now I just turned 32, have a family, have a house, so let's see how the things have changed. I do have a list of these in the description if you want to skim through them, and personally I think number 50 is possibly the most important. Let's start off with number 1 is sticking to a budget. If you have every single dollar assigned, then dollars don't get wasted. Number 2, kind of personal. My wife bakes sourdough bread. She constantly feeds that every day, so we make our own bread so we don't have to go to the store to buy it. Number 3 is cooking at home. Pretty simple, but you don't have to go to restaurants, which are marked up a lot, and you also don't have to add an extra 20% on top of that because of tips. And if you do cook at home, number 4, it utilizes leftovers. So you cook once, so you could eat twice or even more. Number 5, limit name brands. They're just more expensive almost for no reason. You could get the generic brand and the store-bought brand for, it's like the same product. Number 6 is eating healthy foods. Stay away from processed foods. And like we just said, if you cook your own meals, if you have healthier stuff, you have more energy, and you don't have to go to the doctor as often because doctors are expensive. Number 7 is sell items you're not using. Whether it's on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, if you're not using it, it's taking up space, just sell it, get money. Number 8, shop at thrift stores. You could get some things that are almost like new, slightly used for a huge discount. Some thrift stores are still expensive, but you can find good deals. Heck, I even go there to then resell things on eBay for my side business. Number 9 is clean out your house. When you clean out your house, you actually see things that you have that you didn't realize you do have, and then you could utilize using them. If not, throw things out to have more space, or see things that you're not using and then sell them. Number 10 is buy off of Facebook Marketplace. Especially when we got like our new house and we needed some furniture, go on Facebook Marketplace, you could get things, again, like new, slightly used for like half the cost if you buy it on Amazon or some other store. Number 11 is buy in bulk. Usually when you buy more of something, it costs less. That's why a lot of people go to Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's. Don't overspend though, because those places could easily rack up a bill of hundreds of dollars. If you buy too much, then a lot goes to waste, so you need a balance. Number 12, drink water. It's not only healthier for you, but it's also cheaper than if you keep buying sodas or coffee and stuff like that. Number 13 is use your freezer. I keep forgetting that you could easily keep things longer when you just freeze them. You just gotta remember to thaw it like a day or two before, depending on what you froze. Number 14 is off-peak hours for electricity. So if you didn't realize, usually during like kind of rush hour or during the week, that's when electricity is the most expensive. If you use your like washer machine or dryer or dishwasher either at night, weekends, or holidays, it's cheaper. Number 15 is keep your old cars and maintain them properly. A lot of people keep buying new cars or get more leases and they always have a car payment. And if you maintain them, you could have these cars longer. I had my car for over 5 years, maybe 6, 7 years, and I don't have a car payment on it. Number 16 is don't worry about others. When you're comparing yourself to others, your happiness is just erased because people will always have things better than you, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, whether it's things, phones. Don't play keeping up with the Joneses. It's a losing game. If you are going to compare yourself to you a year ago to see how far you've actually evolved and grown. Number 17 is do jobs yourself, whether it's around the house or on your car. You know, within your reason, YouTube exists, so you could find out a lot of things you can do. You know, instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a job, you could probably do it for maybe like 20 bucks, depending on the job. Number 18, I want to express that, yeah, it's great to save money and all, but you could only save so much. Like if you're making $50,000, you can only save $50,000. Obviously, that's if you don't have any expenses, but you could always make more. So you need a good balance of it. You do need to save, but you also have to grow your income, especially with inflation. Number 19 is shop around for car insurance. I learned that I'm not going to be loyal to any company, especially if they keep increasing my rates. If you find somewhere else for cheaper, go there. You could probably check this like every year, which kind of leads us to number 20 is bundling policies. So if you have like car, if you have home insurance, if you have other insurances, you bundle it together and that usually gives you a discount. Number 21 is keep older phones. You don't need the newest and best items. But most people, you'll be fine if you hold on to your phone for years. Eventually you could pay it off and then you don't have any phone payment. Like a car payment, I still have an iPhone 10 that I actually bought at a garage sale for $25. And it works great. Number 22 is limit your decor. Decor and things around the house, it really doesn't help you at all. They're just things. Yeah, it might make you feel better, but doesn't really help you. It's kind of have that minimalist mindset. Number 23 is at-home entertainment. If you go out, it's much more expensive versus if you stay home, whether it's a movie or a game or just talking to people that you enjoy being around. Number 24 is walk more. Not only it helps you clear your mind, you get vitamin D from the sun, so you get healthier. Helps you stretch and everything. It's just a good routine to have. And if certain places are close to you, maybe walk there instead of driving. Number 25 is stop always being a consumer. Advertising and marketing is always shoved down our throat, buy this, buy that, buy this. If you take a step back, in most cases, you kind of have everything you need. You don't need to buy more. Which kind of leads to number 26, don't chase the latest trends, because that's just buying more. The trend usually ends, and now you don't need it ever again. Number 26, don't use a savings account. If you're looking to save more money, you could get into either money market accounts or even T-bills that give you more interest. And T-bills, you don't have to pay federal income tax. You could do that with different brokers, like I buy some T-bills from Fidelity, or you could go straight to the government with Treasury Direct. You could think of it like a CD. You could get like a 1-month T-bill, gets a higher interest, and then after a month, you get that money back with interest. Number 28 is don't spend your cash back from your credit card. A lot of people might see like, oh, I got an extra $25 back on my credit card, I could spend that $25. Actually, don't spend that. Use that $25 to help you pay down your balance, so you're actually saving the money. Number 29 is paying off debt, especially high-interest debt like credit cards are the worst, and student loans. The less debt you have, the less interest you pay, which means you keep more. Number 30, sometimes you just gotta move. If you move to a cheaper area, different taxes, different home prices. That's what I did. I originally lived in New York. I got the heck out of there and I moved to North Carolina, much cheaper. Sounds like a lot and sounds daunting, but sometimes you gotta make big changes to have a better life. Number 31, sometimes you could only save so much, so you have to get a side hustle. Something on the side, whether it's in the evenings or in the mornings or on the weekends. It's hard out there, so you need to make more. Preferably something that works with your schedule. Number 32 is a huge one, is limit investing fees. You need to understand the term of expense ratio. So look into your 401ks, look at the mutual funds you might have, or the ETFs. If they have a high expense ratio, like over 1, that's expensive. You could get cheaper like Vanguard index funds that are charging like 0.1, 0.2, or even lower. Number 33, don't buy disposable items. I feel like if you just use them, you eventually throw them out and you have to buy them again. Whether that's plates, forks, or towels, or whatever. Once you use them, you could just reuse them again. Number 34 is get multiple quotes with anything, whether it's insurance or a job that you're looking to do. I'd suggest calling 3 different people and look at the price differences. I feel like if you call 2 people, you don't know if those 2 are high or low, so when you get that third person, you kind of look at what the market is charging. Sometimes you could save hundreds from just calling a couple people. This might not be for everyone, but number 35 is cut your hair at home. Luckily, my wife does a great job. She's been cutting my hair since COVID, so she saved me like hundreds. I helped dye her hair a couple times. It's always terrifying for me, but that saves her money. But I will never cut her hair. That has to be a professional. Number 36 is limit carbs and sugars for multiple reasons. 1, because it's just crap for you. It's not good for your health. Number 2, it destroys your energy. Number 3, they're not needed. They're like little snacks. You're paying extra money for no nutritional value. My mom always says this. She goes to the grocery store and spends, $100, $200, gets home, and she's like, I have no food. Number 37 is understanding you could walk away from a deal or an item. If you go into a store, heck, you're trying to negotiate with someone, even on Facebook Marketplace. Understand you can leave. If you don't like the price, you don't have to buy it. Which leads us to number 38 is understanding that discounts are not saving you money. When stores are like, oh, it's normally $50, but you can get it for $30. They make you believe you're saving $20, but at the end of the day, you're still paying $30. Saving money is when you put money in your bank. Speaking of banks, number 39 is if you get any bank fees, call them up, get it waived. Now, you can't be getting consistent fees, but if you screw up one month or it goes below a certain balance or below 0 once, you could call them up, be like, hey, sorry, fix the issue, and then just ask if it could be waived. Most cases, they'll waive it and you'll get your money back. Don't let the bank just take your money like that. They take enough from us. Number 40, probably controversial. Don't use installment plans. Sure, that might help some people out. Instead of paying $100, you're paying $25 4 times. But in many circumstances, people will not only buy more of things because the payment is less, but at the end of the day, if you can't afford it, then you're going to be paying more interest or more late fees, and you're just going to be paying more. And I feel like most people would say that this is fine. Why should I pay more when I could pay it in installments? Well, then I'll also tell you that most people are broke and 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their checking account. And this is probably why. But, do whatever you want. Number 41, reuse boxes for storage. So my wife gets a bunch of Amazon boxes, and I always keep them either for storage or, I mentioned I have an eBay side business as well. I just use those again and to ship the items. Boxes are pretty good organizing tools. And I heard the best organizing tool is the garbage can to throw most things out. Number 42 is limit subscriptions. Now, some of them we could certainly keep on holding them, but a lot of subscriptions you just forget about, and you just keep paying it. You're not even utilizing the service, like gym memberships, and then you're just losing money without even thinking about it. Number 43 is schedule your time. And when you understand where you're putting your hours or what you're actually focusing on, you'll also not only utilize your time better, be more productive, but if you're less bored because you're focusing more, you'll probably buy less, and so you're not always on your phone, and then you go over to Amazon or TikTok, and then you just buy random stuff that you don't need. Waste less time and focus on what you actually need to do. Number 44 is watch your energy level. So like your thermostat, sometimes if it's too high or too low during the summer, you're just paying a lot more in energy. If you wear more sweaters during the winter. Also maintaining your HVAC unit. When I was in a townhome, the unit was very old and I eventually got a new one. That was expensive. But then afterwards it was running so much more efficiently and saving me more money. Number 45 is use up items before getting new ones, especially in your pantry or food items. Sometimes you don't realize you even have things, so then you just buy another one. Then you realize, oh, I got 2, and then the old one gets wasted, and it's just wasted money. So if you have less clutter in your pantry or your fridge, you actually see what you have, you use it up, and maybe go through your fridge weekly. Number 46, I think is funny, is don't get money advice from broke people. I know the statistic out there is 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their checking account, but I'm sure that 99% of Americans will openly give financial advice. Doesn't mean they're bad people, but you probably shouldn't be getting money advice from people that don't have money. Let the record show I'm not broke. Number 47 is look back at what actually made you happy. Usually those aren't things, but they're people or experiences. And that's when you realize things don't bring happiness. So don't overbuy things. Number 48, my personal preference, don't get takeout or order delivery for it. Then you got delivery charges and any other fees in there. And then you got to tip the delivery guy. Nothing against delivery guys. I did DoorDash for a little bit, but that's just extra money that you're not saving. Number 49 is understand that small things add up. So in many things throughout this list, you might be saving on, couple bucks here and there. That adds up. Same idea with compound interest. In the beginning, it looks like nothing is happening, but over time, it exponentially grows. So that's why we have to stay consistent. Big old number 50 is be content with what you have. The more content we are, the happier we are. Understanding you don't need more. Usually when you look back in life, you're like, I had it pretty decent back then. Well, think about it 10 years in the future, looking back to today. You might say the same thing. And going back to the idea, things don't buy happiness. Yes, you do need things in life. But when you're more content with things, I love my house. I love my car. I love the things that I have. I don't need any more. Then you focus on bigger things, like relationships and experiences. So what do you guys think? What are some other tips that you might have? I'm sure there are a bunch out there, but what are others that really stand out to you that help save you some good money? Leave them down in the comments. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get back into this YouTube routine. I'll be planning to get more videos out to you guys. So I'll see you then.